Join me, Buck Woody, and Marisa Matthews as we guide you through the Learning T-SQL modules on Microsoft Learn.
That last lesson was pretty intense. Joins are so powerful, but it sounds like I'm going to have to practice them quite a bit to get them right. What do we do next?
All right, let's return back to that where clause to learn a cool new concept in Transact-SQL called subqueries. A subquery is just a query you put inside of another query. They can be standalone, that's called a self-contained subquery, or they can depend on the query that you put it inside. That's called a correlated subquery. Let's say you want to update the person to session table, that one there, so we can have Marisa present the creating databases course. We could select Marisa from the people table, write down her ID, select the creating databases session from the sessions table, write down that ID, and then we just have to do an insert into the person to session table.
I just don't know if that seems like a good solution. I mean, I don't want to do all that extra looking up. Can we use T-SQL to find that all out?
Sure. I mean, we already know how to find the people ID for Marisa and the session ID for a session using the select statement. So why not take the two select statements and use them right inside the insert statement that we want to do? I'll tell you what, we'll do this together. Use what you've learned so far, and you show me how to get your name's ID from the people table.
So I think we would do select people ID from people where equals tick Marisa Matthews tick semicolon.
Yep, that's right. We'll go get your name that way. And we've asked for the people ID, and you are number 2. Now, you're never number 2. You're always number 1 for me, but you are in the database. That's where you are. Right. Now, show me how to get the session ID of the creating databases session from the sessions table. Show me how to do that.
Okay, so select session ID from sessions where name like single quote creating percentage single quote semicolon.
Very good. Now we can just use those two queries to put everything in the right place. So let's do that next here. Let me come over here and copy that. And so I'll paste that right here in our window. These are your same queries that you just did. I've got the word designing here, so I'll change that to the word creating, and then we'll talk about something that makes that a little interesting to use. We'll get that in just a moment, but let's break this down. We're going to insert into the people to session, the people ID and the session ID. That's going to put Marisa in a session. And we want to get Marisa's number. So we just say, okay, go get me the number in a subquery where people name equals Marisa Matthews. So that's the first value. The second value is the session ID from sessions where the name like creating percent. Let's see if that works first. And it did. Looks like that works well. We do need to be careful here. If we have another session that starts with the word creating, we can get more than one value back. And that's a non-scalar. We get 2 results. And that'll fail because it's trying to put 2 values in one cell and it can't do that. So it'd be better to use an equal join here to make sure we get just the one we need. And that's called a scalar value or scalar value. And we'll learn more about those a bit later.
So I can take one query, embed it in another,
right,
and use it to get data for the one I want first?
Yeah, absolutely. There you have it.
So much practice to do, but it is getting pretty interesting.